I'm here with you. I'm here with you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Never fear. I hope everything's going well for you. I hope everything's going in a good, positive direction. Let me just take off. Let me just take some of this stuff apart here. I've got to get this piece taken down, and then we can get rolling. Okay. All right. I hope you had a good weekend, and that's a little bit better light. I think we can bring this up a little bit, but let's just find out where we're at. Where we at, homie? All right. So we've got one. Oh, here we go, Kevin. Good morning. Good morning to you, friend. All right. So let's see what we've got here. It looks as though I am going to take it easy this morning. Just get a little bit of, can't have two audio sources going. But looks brighter, a little brighter. Yeah, good. Well, I'm pretty excited because we got all of our filming done, and we got all of our stuff done with this guitar. So we're likely going to use it this morning. I should have some other light over here, I think. Let's see what we got over here. This might be too much. I don't know if this is going to be too much. A little bit hard. Yeah, a little bit much. That's okay. Let's see what we got here. All right, I think that's, oh, that's pretty strong. That's pretty sorted. Let's bring it down to here. I don't know, maybe that will work out. Good morning, Mr. Dan Husband's on the channel this morning. Excellent, most excellent. So we've got, good morning, Jill. Good morning, Dana Bourgeois. Let's see. Let's tune this thing up. Mark, good morning, Mark. Good morning, 𝗪𝗫. Good morning. Hope all are doing well this fine day. That's a fair enough. That's a fair enough greeting. We're gonna tune this puppy up. Let's get that low E string tuned up. Hey, Steelfish, good morning. Hey, that's a great question. I don't know, man. You know, plants need water, man. It is one of those things. I did actually water my plants this morning. Oh yeah, this is going to be a tremendous amount of fun. This is a different planet. This is a whole different planet right here. And if you're just tuning in, you know, play an augmented chord, the old augmented. Which one do you want? Do you want one that's whole step away or 2 whole steps away from the point of origin? So let's... Nuages, you know, just think about some gypsy jazz from Django Reinhardt. You've got a few of those augmented chords in there, yep. There's a lot of great stuff to be had in the world of the guitar. And look at that, we're in tune. So we're ready. I don't know if you're here or not to play the guitar, but this is my morning ritual for guitar growth, and I wanted to welcome you to the party. So this is a live chat that rolls by, like it's an hour long, but it always goes by like a blink, and we're starting with 2 fingers and then 2 finger permutations. Hello, these two, and then these 2. And then we use 3 finger permutations, and then we use different variations of the 3s, and then we're up to 4s, and then we do stretch 4 finger, stretch 1st finger, which is called the kickstand, and we'll talk about that. We tell stories along the way so it doesn't feel so lonely while we prepare ourselves to become better guitar practitioners. We are building ourselves up to become the guitar practitioners of our dreams, and our goals are to show up here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time to get playing the guitar and really being careful about our approach to the guitar. And this morning I'm playing a beautiful metronome, which is going at 60 beats per minute, and you can have one too. If you don't have one yet, it's a great thing to have. I also, you notice that I do not use mechanical tuners in the morning. I use these tuning forks, so there are no moving parts except for the tines that get activated. All right, so we do that. And then we also use a capo that we don't have here this morning yet, but we have one coming from a company to use on this guitar. And Gene Joseph, good morning. Good morning. Kind of you to return. 4:30 a.m. out here. Mark, that's the hour I rise. I rise at 4:30. And hey, subbed. Thanks, man. Playing the kickstand this morning. She's back in service. Oh, so Jill is a guitar builder. Playing kickstand this morning. She's back in service with a new nut, and her back and sides are finished. Also reshaped the head plate. Oh, okay. So we're going to need some updated photos and a little backstory, I think. That's great, Jill. You should tune down to drop A. All right. McInnes, I see you here. Are you ready to get your 25145 on? I am. Yeah, sometimes we sub out the 145 for like 251s, you know. We're gonna have some fun today. I can just tell. Let's start with fingers 3 and 4 on frets 10 and 12, and we're starting at 4 attacks per beat. Fingers 2 and 4 with a wee bit of a stretch, and we can do this. We can do this. Grab your guitars. If you don't yet have your guitars, stick around because there's some fun stuff coming up. I don't know if you're, a Dead or a Tony Rice fan or a Garcia Grisman fan, but there's a really great song I'm wanting to talk about, and we're going to use today. We're going to use our skills to conquer Shady Grove. Yeah, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So you'll definitely want to stick around for this. We'll come back to kickstand in just a moment. We'll come back to it. And I'm just trying to find the 16th note grid, Kevin. Oh boy. Oh yeah, that's right. Straight back, sit upright. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. In and out. So fingers 2 and 3 on frets 10 and 12, same stretch, different fingers. And we're using slow and steady, or for some of us it's really slow and steady, and for some of us it's too fast and steady. But nonetheless, we're going to use the old 2 fingers going here. So how was you reshaped, Jill, you were saying you reshaped the head plate? Sometimes, occasionally what we'll do is we'll start using, 4 attacks per beat. We'll start using 2 attacks per beat, 1 attack per beat when we want to get really surgical and really improve our time. 1 attack per beat is a great thing to explore. So we're starting with 4 attacks per beat. Sometimes we'll get up to 7 or 8 attacks per beat, all while using 60 beats per minute on the metronome. So the metronome is here for us. The metronome is our friend. So we have this exercise that's coming up, and a guitar builder on this chat is, her name is Jill, and she actually named her, I think this is her first guitar. She named her first guitar kickstand, and it's a rare honor to be associated with the naming of an instrument. So I thought, we've been playing, there's a little bit of a story behind the kickstand, and we'll go ahead and talk more about it as we proceed through this morning. How is everybody doing? Is everybody doing okay? Everybody doing well? I hope everyone's doing well. I'm definitely a 𝗬𝗏𝗁𝗃 fan. Stale Fish, have you heard the 𝗬𝗏𝗁𝗃 Mike Gordon record? Have you heard that? Let's go ahead, fingers 2 and 4, and 2 and 4 on 9 and 12. We're getting a little bit of a stretch on, getting a little stretchy this morning. Morning, Robbie. Good morning, Robbie. So if you're new here, I wanted to welcome you. If you're a returning viewer, I know some of you have been here with me from the beginning, and since even before the beginning of this morning ritual. I think this is like episode 198 or 199, I think. But I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and this is an effort to warm up with the guitar. It's literally my morning warm-up. It's something I do every day. I do this every day, and for better or worse, and usually it's for the better. It seems to be like one of those things that if I don't put something in my calendar, it doesn't get done. You know what I mean? And right now, things are, I don't know if you must, whether you're working or retired or whatever the story is, you know how easy it is to be so busy that it's difficult. It's a blur, so we don't pick up the guitar all the time. And this channel is, this live stream is intended to make it super easy and super inviting to spend time with your guitar every morning, saying, "Good morning, guitar. Good morning." And just kind of working, just getting familiar with the guitar, waking up with the guitar. So fingers 1 and 4 on 7 and 12. We're going to use this guitar for a little bit, for a spell here, for a hot minute. What we're doing is just using fingers 1 and 4. We're getting that stretch. And the scale length is a little bit longer on this guitar, I think. I'm going to have to test it, to measure it. I forget if it's like 25 1/4 or what it is, but it's a little different, a little longer, I think. But maybe not. It could be my fingers had a... Did you have a good weekend? I hope you had a good weekend. Yo, yeah, don't forget to breathe. And 7:48, so 𝗵𝗵𝘁, there's an open mic night coming up at the local range. I love the Grange. Need to nail down 3 songs. What do you have? Yeah, Mark, yeah, still having a good weekend right there. Let's go ahead. I've got to stretch. I've got to do it. So we're going to start with a stretch. You want to see the back of the guitar? It's a pretty cool guitar. I mean, look at the rosewood. Look at it. Just take a good look at it. I said, look at it. It's just, it's got a little bit of that ornamentation. Usually you don't see that sort of herringbone on the back, but there's a really nice view of that right here. And yeah, we did quite a photo essay on this some gun. And the headstock's really fun. It's got the it's like the Shaler version of the Waverleys, you know. I think they're Shalers, yeah. Yeah, they are. Great looking guitar. The back of the neck has this old school sort of, oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Right here, this is really well done, and they take a lot of time getting this just right. Oh my word, everything about it, just remarkable. Oh yeah, I was going to stretch. Don't let me slow you guys down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know the price, Kevin, but I think maybe I can help you out with the price if you want to learn more about it. I'm going to do all of that investigation. I think this is an entry-level sort of bourgeois guitar. There are different tiers available, right? When you get one, they call them the Lewiston guitars. When you get a Lewiston guitar, they can be, you know, you could remortgage a house to get it. Some of these guitars are just so rare and just so perfectly built that they require a certain kind of custodian to care for them and own them and collect them. You know, so they're out there in the world and they're sometimes pretty rare. Then there's a professional series, then there's which is you know, another Lewiston guitar, and then there's a touch tone. This is a touch tone series guitar, which is it's intended to bring the Bourgeois brand to you know, a greater and more general audience that can appreciate. Like for me, if I'm going to have, if I wanted to own like a $10,000 or $15,000 guitar, no problem, great. But am I going to play it every day? Likely not. It's not going to be a workhorse for me. It is an acoustic electric. This is specifically made to be a vintage style, a traditional style. You can see inside that the peg isn't in there, and you can see it sort of like hollow through the tail block right there. And so the peg does come with the guitar. We just pop the peg in here. But it is not electric. I do have, hold on a second, I have a solution for that. So 𝗪𝗃 was kind enough to send one of these, but you can see what it is. We can't make out the words because everything's backwards, but I know Chris Eldridge. I saw Chris Eldridge from the Punch Brothers used one of these, so I thought it would be a good idea to get a microphone. I had a really expensive handmade guitar, one that I would I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's a shameful thing. But I had a pickup, an electronic, like a piezo pickup put in it, and there was no end pin hole in it. So we installed one, and then I was playing an Irish gig, one St. Paddy's Day gig, and we were doing the Tommy Emmanuel sort of slap and pop hammer on the guitar, and then I hit it just the right way with a thumb, and the guitar just exploded. Like this mahogany side just exploded, and it cracked all the way from here, boom, one single crack all the way down here to the tail block. And I thought, I will never do that again to a guitar that I care about. I was sick, and I was emotional enough to be sick, and but I retuned the guitar because it changed everything, and I just kept playing the gig and finished out the gig, and I thought, now what I do at night, ever since then, I'll sleep for a couple hours a night and cry the rest, you know what I mean? I cry the rest of the time. But it's something I wanted to do. I wanted to check this out, so I'll let you know how the microphone does. And likely you'll see it around the channel a little bit, just so you can figure out how to do it. That was some around 2009 when that happened, and then just listen to that thing. Just listen to it. All right, now we're all stretched out. We can start with fingers 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to try to make up a little bit of time here because I've been a little bit chatty, And you can see that I'm going to try to maintain control with the picking hand. So if you've been here before, let me just change this around. I'll just get this so that you can look at it. I'm on position number 4, right? Well, 3, but fingers 2, 3, and 4. And you can see that the picking hand doesn't move. It's kind of a little wrist movement. Just a little bit of wrist movement here. But most of the movement is just the the pick rolling over the index or rolling over the thumb. The pick is sort of like being rolled over the index finger by the thumb, and there's a little bit of this forward and fore and aft movement with the index finger. So you can see that there's a little bit of that going on in the picking hand. It's a combination of that, and then the thumb kind of is maintaining balance, right? And then there's enough of the pick sticking out so that we can suture our way through the string set based on this technique, right? So here it is again in 6 attacks per beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and really important to remember to maintain the breath in and out. This does have a distinctly different voice from the guitar, the Martin DX2E, that my beater guitar, my daily driver. It has a really different voice from that. And you can hear the overtones. If I leave strings open, you can hear the overtones, the vibrations of the fundamental strings, or the core. What am I trying to say? The fundamentals are exciting overtones in other strings while we're playing. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's try the same thing, but fingers 1 and 2 and 4, and then we'll get to 1 and 3 and 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, down, 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 down. 1, 2, 3, down, 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 down. Yeah, and we'll try 5s, you know. Let's slow it down a little bit. Hey, Billy. 1979, please. Hey, Mark. Oh, we got it repaired. Yeah, Jill, I got it repaired, but it's still, you know, it's still one of my favorite guitars. I use it every day. Tweety's right here. Hey, Tweety's right here. I'm shopping for a new name. 134. I haven't really named guitars before this channel, so I'm not sure what to do about if I'm naming this guitar or not. But this guitar is switched right on, you know. It's definitely alive. Straight back. Yeah, I've got a friend in Michigan who took one look at this guitar and he said, "Oh yeah, where do I get one?" And so we're going to take a look at trying to get him one of those. Oh, here's the stale. If you're still here, 1, 4, 5. Minor 5, in case we're playing 𝗬𝗭𝗪𝗬𝗪. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, let's go back to fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 on frets 10, 11, and 12, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Is Tweety crying? Louie, yeah, that's Louie. I've got a couple of, that's a great idea. Robbie, the missile. Just a thought, back of the headstock looks like it. Just had to pull out the telly this morning. She was jealous. Can we do sevens on the next one? I'm not sure. So if I'm playing this too quickly, and then you find yourself, not really wanting to keep up with the sixes, that's totally understandable. And what I would recommend is don't push yourself too much. Push yourself over the span of the day, like ramp that metronome up a little bit at a time. Get it up to 120 beats per minute or whatever during the middle of the day. But in the mornings are made for 60 beats per minute. They're just made for approaching the guitar in good faith, in good solid faith. I got my pinch hitter with me this morning, and we're starting with 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, da da buggy, da 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 bang dang, da 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 da. That's 7 attacks would be 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Da 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 ding 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 ding. It's good to be able to count that. Be able to clap that. I know people get a kick out of me clapping. It sort of feels like I'm no Son House playing John the Revelator. You know what I mean? One of the most impactful songs that I've ever heard on a recording, I've never seen anyone really do it, was Son House's recording of John the Revelator. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. No. John and I did this a little bit Saturday morning. But being able to count and being able to clap, and just that's the basis that we use for our understanding of groove and feel, is getting that clap or the heel tap into the body, and then getting into the large motor skill, the big tissues that move around. And it's just helpful for me. But if I count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, but I've got to figure out how to get sevens in the span of one beat. Every click gets 7 subdivisions. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I don't even know if I can clap. One, so it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, and all I really need to do is clap on the ones, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, T, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, T, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, T, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, T. All right, so now what we do is we get that in our bodies. We could spend a half an hour on that. We could spend an hour on that, whatever you think is necessary. Next thing I'm going to do is try to translate that into my pick hand. And I'm going to try to do this with, that same technique that I've been using, like suturing my way through this. Let's suture our way through the string set. And this is why we're building awareness around minimized movement and building efficiencies wherever we can, because when we start getting up to tempo, those efficiencies are really going to pay off, especially if we've been practicing these efficiencies slowly. We can really clearly understand them. So 1, 2, 1, 2, so every other time we come around, because it's 7, it's an odd number, we're going to have to control the beat with an up pick. So and you can see that we have control of the down, 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 to down, 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 to down, 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 right? But then on the upstroke, down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, up, up. And if we can play those grooves, right, down, 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 up, 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 we know that we can play all of the 7 tones, because in order to get from that down, 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 and back to the downstroke again, we have to go through the upstroke. So all we need to do is just connect that connect with the string on that upstroke. But part of the secret is understanding. We're never going to get this up to tempo unless we understand down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, up, up. The way it shifts. And that's the way it works with odd time signatures, right? There's an on and an off. Flow, stop. You know, there's a duality in the odd time signature that we can certainly appreciate. And the trick is to, if I start to hold tension anywhere in my body, that technique ceases to work. You know, that technique doesn't work, and then I go back into the tense. You know, get the palm mounted on this guitar, and then that way, you know, I can get this. You know, it turns into a different technique, really. So really important to just practice this stuff slowly. Now it's time for the kickstand. We'll do the kickstand. I'd like to do the kickstand at 4 attacks per beat. If you don't mind, we'll take our sweet time getting through this kickstand exercise, focusing on tone and exactly what I just talked about, and suturing our way through the string set, but this time really paying careful attention to how far the pick goes beyond each attack of the string. So you'll notice that there's my pick is moving, you know, my index and thumb on my fret picking hands are moving quite a bit, but I'm maintaining a very close proximity to either side of the string. And this is a great opportunity for me to remember to breathe and to remember to keep that posture good and strong. Tight belly, tight diaphragm, and solid back, strong back. But we're thinking about sitting straight up, dropping the shoulders back a little bit, and that will help us to remember, that posture will help us to remember the ease with which we want to be playing the guitar. And we can hear benefits from our posture in the tone of our guitars. Good. Yeah. All right. So let's see what this looks like. I think we're going through the 1, 2, 3, 4 diagonal patterns. We'll do all of these, and then what I'd like to do is start working. I think we'll use for Shady Grove. I think what we'll do is use the open D minor scale, and we'll start talking about D minor in open position, which is something we don't do a whole lot as guitar players. There's a D Dorian mode, there's a D natural minor, and we'll discover together which mode we use for Shady Grove. Anybody have any ideas about what we're using for a mode for Shady Grove? Does anybody know Shady Grove? Do you know Shady Grove? Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I know. Shady Grove, down to Shady Grove, right? Pretty cool little peaches in the summertime, apples in the fall. If I can't have the one I love, I won't love none at all. So I think this is in pretty good order. Let's do the expanded version where we have the 2 middle fingers on the 2 middle strings. That way we can enjoy some string skipping exercises this morning. Really get a good solid cup of what we call plenty here in the guitar world. And then what we'll do is we'll do one more of these expanded variations, where we have fingers 1 and 2 next to each other, and then fingers 3 and 4 next to each other, and leave the 2 open strings, middle open strings open. This is a little more challenging because now we're skipping 2 strings, right? And we're using contiguous strings and then skipping. Great exercise for the fret hand or the picking hand. Great exercise for both hands, both limbs, but it's particularly interesting for the picking hand. Good. Oh yeah. Yeah, wow. Whew. Oh yeah, we can slide up to the open. That's a really great guitar technique, is to slide up to the open string from the up to the fret 5 to kind of duplicate the open string, right? So we have the open D string. One of the tricks that I liked that many enjoy, one trick is to play the open string and then slide up to the open string to meet it. Have a nice variation of that melody if your guitar is in tune, which mine will be in just one moment. Before we get back to open string, I just want to follow up with you on that a little bit. So we could use the melody on the A string, and then something to that effect. And then we have a D string, so we can also, did Jerry write that one? It's a great tune, man. Robbie, it's a great tune. It's pretty amazing the motor skills our bodies can develop. I think the real trick to learning guitar is figuring what exactly do I need to know how to do and figure out how to learn that. Yeah, I think that's where repertoire, Mr. Fish, that's where repertoire really starts to take hold. You just listen for the songs and the sounds that you like, and then you start learning those and imitating from those. And then that way you build your vocabulary, you build your nomenclature, your technique. And this is the thing that comes before that. So you don't necessarily want to overemphasize this and prioritize this. I love to prioritize this morning ritual. If you're just coming in now, I'm Jason, and welcome to the morning ritual for guitar growth. I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time for the entire year of 2025. And, you know, good Lord willing. And this is literally my morning ritual for my morning warm-up time. And at the end of that, it's an hour. At the end of that warm-up time, I like to move into discovery-based sort of learning. Instead of, you know, and then you can play the melody any way you like. And then we have the open D string. Can you play Alice in Chains? Oh yeah, you bet, man. Stick around, I'll run a couple of minutes over. I finish at 8:30, I've got to get through this right here. So if you have time, Jamie, to stick around, I'd love to have you stick around. I'd love to do Nutshell. It's like one of my my all-time favorite Chains records, AIC records. That way you can learn a little bit more about what it is I'm doing here too, you know. Gotta have the guitar in tune to get way up here, right? So I'm thinking, we can use these position stylings these patterns that we've been playing. So for example, because we are four-fingered guitar players, if we started with, like, let's say the C major chord, the C major scale. So I'm starting with, I have 1, 2, 3, I have the chromatic scale. I can cover literally 4 different positions, 0 or first position, and then I can cover all 4 frets in that first position. Then I have 5th position. I can cover all 5 frets in that 5th position. And I actually, 1, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, the next available note for me is fret 9 from the chromatic scale. Descending, I need to watch where the first finger goes because that's my position indicator. Right. Now I cover all of that in the scale of the D minor scale, or if we started with the C major scale, C, so we have the E, and F, G, and then I don't have any more notes here in open position or first position. So I need to jump up to that A note, A, B, and I can grab C, and then I can't grab any more notes in that position without committing to a finger stretch. Now I need to transition to position number 9. I was A, B, C. The next note in C major scale I need is D. So I'm on position number 9. I don't use finger 1. It's there as a placeholder to keep me all in line. And that's how we get around the guitar, except, you know, let's say when we play a song like Shady Grove. Chords are basically like this. We'll come right back to the melody, but let's get the chords under control. We could do something as simple as like D5, and then the old boom chick, so the D root note, and then the second and third frets on the G and B strings. We can even put the melody right here in open position in the bass line, like 𝗪𝗵𝘁, you know, like 𝗪𝗵𝘁 or whatever. So if we're playing, you know, Wildwood Flower or something. Anyway, I don't want to get off track. There's just so much to talk about and so much to relate it about. I want to stay focused on getting that melody. So the chords basically, and then either D5 and then D5 and then C add 2 or C sus2 or C add 9, or just you know Nashville C, right? Or regular C. You could D D C C D D da ba, stay on D ba da C, and then C pushes back to D. So it's a little game of gravity. Same thing we could accomplish here, but I'm switching guitars midstream. What's going on, Jamie? All right, good. I see you. You're going to stick around. That's great. So at 8:30, whatever time it is, wherever you are, in another 5 minutes, we'll switch over to Nutshell. I really appreciate you asking about that. Did you see? I did Them Bones. There was a little short reel of Them Bones, you know, that's another one of my favorite AIC records. So let's go back in here. So we start with, so if we know, the notes that we need, we have the D minor scale. We could use the D flat, the B flat, you know, we could use the B natural depending on, but I'm located here on open position. And then I don't have any more. I can grab C, D, and then the next note is, I'm moving to position number 9, E, F, G, right? Sometimes I can stretch the 4 if I don't actually want to jump up. You know, back and forth positions. I can actually use initiate finger stretching. So we can have some fun with it, and it's really super useful. But to understand, we are, by definition, position players now, because we've walked through all of the 2-finger stuff, all of the 3-finger stuff, all of the 4-finger stuff, so that we know now I'm in 9th position. I know, how do I know I'm in 9th position? Well, finger 1 is on fret number 9. Well, how do I know if I'm on fret number 8 doing this? I'm I'm still on fret, I'm still in 9th position, right? Everything is in 9th position, but I have a first finger stretch. So this is not 8th position for me. This is still considered 9th position with a first finger stretch. And then I'm very careful about that because I can you know, kind of understand where I am on the guitar at any given moment. So there's this. I'm going to have to commit to a finger stretch, but I need to know which mode I'm in, which scale I'm playing. You know, I could play this note if I'm only sticking to the 2nd position. So let's take a look. We have this other option too to kind of, you know, distribute those strings, those melodies over the span of multiple strings. I don't really want to dispose of the open D string. I'd like to keep the open D string sort of ringing here. So I want to get back to that C instead of get there and just choke off that D string. So I've got this beautiful, in this case, very beautiful D string ringing. And that D string, that's the sound of that open D string alone is just a celebration of the skill of what Mr. Dana Bourgeois has brought to the planet, right? That's just a testament to the celebration of 50 years of doing something and getting really, really good at it, which of course is building guitars. Now, the problem is I can find that melody in other strings, but then if I open up another string, it changes the sonority of the chord and the function of the chord that I'm playing over. So I'm going to try to stay on that G string, right? Unless I make a decision to play a double stop up here, you know. How do we do that, right? There are some logistic problems here that we're going to have, but I see Kevin's here. We'll continue this tomorrow. Kevin, have a super day, and thank you for being here. Thank everyone. If you wouldn't mind giving Kevin a little gratitude, because he's one who's been here from the beginning, and he's a blue wrench, which means that he's one of those who keeps the chat light and lively. So thank you very much for being here with us, Kevin, and we'll see you again tomorrow. You're more than welcome to jump to, I'm just going to switch gears right now and just start talking about a song called, what was the tune? Jamie, what was the song that you were thinking about? Was it Nutshell? Were you talking about Nutshell? Talk about a great song, right? So here's the, I'm going to turn the metronome off because, this is what happens when I pick up the old metronome without grabbing the backing. Oh boy. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so this is really cool because now what happens here? So no, 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 no. So yeah, we'll come back. Thanks, Jamie. We'll come back to Shady Grove tomorrow, Robbie, for sure. So I'm not in E-flat standard tuning, so just keep that in mind. So this is not going to play well with the record if you're playing along with the record. There are a couple of ways to do this song, right? And I don't know if, I think maybe I taught the song on this channel once, maybe. It seems like if you go back and search for Nutshell, maybe it's there. It's not really a highly viewed video on my channel, but it's there, I think, Jamie. You can go back and find it. Certainly would appreciate your subscribe and sharing the channel and doing whatever you feel comfortable to do to help the channel out. Certainly appreciate that. So we have this E minor, but the trick is they're playing over the bar line. And this is one of the magic moments of the song like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3. Did you hear that? It comes back on beat 4. So we're anticipating the chord by like a whole beat, right? Hey Junebug, what's going on? To E minor without any of the other junk in there. You know, you could just easily just do just the E minor and then the C major. So what's the melody? One of the first things that I like to play is the melody. We'll come back to the strum pattern just real quick, like, but to me that sounds like a flatted seventh, right? So 1, 2, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, instead of T. What a great set of lyrics. Oh my word, dude. You're bringing it all back. I'm going to have to start wearing getting my old flannel. Dude, I have some 1994 flannels still kicking around. Yeah, I do. And they are in friggin' mint shape too. Because I buy 10 of them. If I like something, I buy 10. Or, well, not 10, but 2 or 3 anyway. And I don't wash them. The secret to, you know, don't abuse your clothing, you know, it's just, I only wash them for your benefit, dear. But they're to be cared for sure. Some of those flannels from that era were just great, remarkable. So we've got this. And then he starts kind of, if we played that melody in open position, it would be something like fret 3 on the B string, and then open high E string, and then down to the open G string, and then that C up to D, and then back to open B, and then we start with a minor 7. So I like to play that note in the chord progression, which I think Mr. Cantrell does anyway. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. See, we're already on the E before we even get back to the turnaround. Bourgeois, it sounds amazing. Just strumming, just getting all strummy in the open position. Having some fun. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to stay and hang out all day long, but I know your time is super valuable, where it's as valuable as irreplaceable can get. So thank you so much for being here. I'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow morning. I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Bring your guitar and warm up with us. Warm up with us for the rest of 2025, and let's see what that becomes. Oh, sing the words, Jason. Oh yeah. Dude, nutshell. I don't know, dude. It is such a good song. And it is more relevant today than it probably was when it was written. Enjoy it. Anyway, I could go on, but I won't. Maybe we'll do a cover of the song. And I appreciate the encouragement, Mark. That's what I need. Flannel went out of style. Yeah, Fish, you got it. The lyrics are unreal. All right, anything else going on? All right, I think I got it all. I wish you all well. Happy picking.